Harper. Thank you. Well, obviously, I kind of do this for a living now, and I'm totally unprepared. I was telling my boys Joe and them earlier how, like, dude, I got to write a speech. I hadn't even got here, so I got something on the napkin here, just a couple notes. Just trying to wing it a little bit. Things kind of get out of control sometimes when you got to get 4 kids ready, make sure your wife's stuff's ironed, and just we got to show up on time, right? And Uber is running late, so just want to put that out there. All right. Number one, I want to thank my Lord and Savior God, Jesus Christ, for saving me and allowing me to be put in this position. Um, Everything that I've been through in life, I don't always know why. I don't have the answers for so much that has gone on or all these other things. But for as long as I can remember, I've always been just this young kid from this small hometown of Prattville, Alabama, that has loved this game of football with everything. And when I was the youngest in the yard and when everybody else was beating me up and when everybody was faster than me and I was just a skinny kid sitting on the bench in junior high and my dad was telling me, like, it's okay. You're going to get a little bit bigger. I'll help you out. And and it's just always worked out, and it's really because of him always leaning on me not losing faith in my strength, and just understanding where it comes from. So I want to get that out the way first. Number two, I'm a little anxious, talking a little fast. My man Soul's right up here. He sees me. He's crying. Um, but I'm ready for this moment, just the same way I've been ready for every other moment that's presented me or every other struggle that's presented me in my whole life to get me to this point right now so far. And I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, my wife, my beautiful wife, my kids, and all my friends, my former coaches, all those that poured into Roman when I was young. And when you didn't get anything out of pouring into Roman Harper, those people have allowed me to be who I am and continue to grow. And it's because of them right now I am where I am. And I never forget, because Joe Vitt would always talk about it every time we have a Monday night game or a Sunday night game. It's about representing that name on the back of your jersey, that you represent so many more people than just those that share that name with you. Everybody in your hometown is watching tonight because of you. And I totally get it, because in the home state of Prattville now, they sell Saint stuff. And they didn't sell Saint stuff when I grew up. And maybe it's a little bit of Drew Brees, and maybe it's a little bit of winning Super Bowl, but people wear and they sell New Orleans Saints stuff in my hometown in Alabama. And that's because they represent and they love me the same, you know. Thank you. Number two, the Saints organization. Mrs. Benson, Mr. Benson, rest his soul. And look, I'm going to tell a quick story because this is really funny to me. And I don't care if nobody else laughs or nothing. It's funny to me. So it was like a big deal for me when I got drafted here, second round. Like Brian said, I was so excited, really enthralled, getting to go stay down south. And I knew a little bit about New Orleans, but I didn't know much about it. And you get here, I was a second-round pick. Everybody cut the TV off after Reggie got drafted because it was a big celebration. Then I got picked up. It was cool, but, like, nobody really knew. I didn't get – it's all good. I'm mad. I'm cool. I'm not mad. So, I'm playing for the organization for a few years, and then next I get my big deal here and get re-signed. And it was, like, the first time, like, Mr. Benson, like, came up and, like, called me out at practice, like, hey, Roman, talking to me and stuff. I was like, dude, I made it. Like, the moment when Mr. B comes up and starts talking to you, it's probably because he drafted you early or he signed a big fat check to you. So thank you. That was my big thing on that. So, all right. And but Mrs. Benson, you are an amazing human being. And I want you to know the trajectory of this organization will continue to go higher and higher because you are running it, and the people that you have put in place are amazing human beings, and they care about you and all everybody else that walks through those doors the same. So I've always been welcome. Even when I left, I had an open door policy, and I'm very, very thankful for that. So I appreciate you. And always treating my family, my girls, and my kids lovely as well. So thank you. Number three, I was here for 8 years. I felt like I gave this organization every ounce of my energy, my pride, my effort. I was hurt. I played hurt, emotions, everything. And so when I left in 2013, I was an angry man. I was not whole. I was selfish. I wasn't a great I wasn't a great father. I wasn't a great boyfriend or a husband or a fiance at that time. And I got to go to Carolina, and I must thank them for what they did for me in my life. Coach Ron Rivera, Mr. Jerry Richardson, Dave Gettleman for bringing me in, really truly inspiring me, having a sense of eating some humble pie and becoming full circle. Because when I left here at the age of 29 or 30 years old in 2013, I was a man according to age. But when it came to maturity and the things of being a man and what it really took to be the best player I could be and the best father and the best example for my young children that are sitting here in front of me, I needed that. And so to come full circle, I have to say thank you for that. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then I truly understand why I did not win a Super Bowl in 2015. That was there's no way, I won a Super Bowl in 2000 in Super Bowl 44 versus the same quarterback that was lights out. MVP, was perfect. And I lost to him in Super Bowl 50 where he was like a shell of himself. He couldn't throw the ball 30 yards. And it just kind of lets you know that this game that we love and we give so much to, this oblong football, it doesn't roll straight. It goes all over the place. You got to be so lucky to win it. And I'll never forget because Carl Nix called me that night. I thought he was going to say, my bad. And he was like, there can only be one. I'm so happy you lost. It's like, what? He said, dude, I don't have to share you with anybody. You're our guy. We're the only ones you win a Super Bowl with. And I was kind of thrown off at first, but all right. And I knew at that moment I wanted to retire after that year. That had been 10 years for me. That was the only goal I ever had, was to play 10 years in the NFL. And I'm a very goal-oriented person. So I wanted to play 10 years, and I was going to retire after the game, and we lost. So I prayed about it. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And God was telling me that, this is not it. I'm not supposed to have this be the last feeling of football, this game that I played since I was in third, fourth grade, and before that in the yard. And that was my last feel of football. Next you know, Will Smith passes away, sad, come back, and me and Sean are talking, and I could have did my own deal. I didn't need an agent. It was just like, me and Sean are talking. My wife's, every time he called him, he's like, look, you remember that feeling that Sean gave you? You need to stop acting like that high school girlfriend. Every time he calls, you all over here giggling, laughing and kikiing on the phone. You need to just calm it down. Remember what happened. I'm like, I got it. I'm playing hard. Anyways, I end up here, and letting everybody be going, having the fans come back and show me so much love. And it's like, truly, I needed all of this, to let it all go, to be the best version of myself, to try and help bring back some swag to this city and to this organization. It means the world to me. And I'm so happy that my career is kind of going in the direction that it's going. My life is going the way it's going. And it's kind of built me to exactly where I am right now and allowed me to be the best version of myself. A couple more things, and I'm going to get out you guys' hair. I can't get on the stage and not at least leave you with something, right? I don't want to get up here and talk about myself. Number one, I learned this from a great coach of mine, Steve Wilkes. He would always talk to us about staying green. No matter who you are, no matter how old you are, stay green. And that means like that ripe green tomato, right? It's not all the way red like all the way. It's young. You need to learn. Every day, learn something from somebody. You can learn something from a homeless person on the side of the street. Stay green. Stay active. Try and be better. Every single day, learn something that can help you be a better person. Not only for yourself, but to be able to pass it on to somebody else. All right, my dad always tells me, man, don't just reach back, man. Reach back and pull forward. Like, keep them going on. Number two, I got this from my wife one day. She likes to, sign me notes and all these other things before a game, and it really hit hard with me. It was like, no matter how small or how big the task is, autograph your work with excellence. No matter how small or how big the task is, autograph your work with excellence. That's every day. Whether we're competing with my son, we're doing paper, rock, scissors, which he's pretty good at. I give you that, Roman. Pretty good at. Or even with my brothers in a video game. Every single day, autograph your work with excellence. Because what are you doing? The true sign of your character is what are you doing when nobody's seeing you or nobody's watching you. That's a really good thing. I'm a goal-oriented person. I would always say somebody needs to write down goals. Be goal-oriented. Try and achieve something. on a daily basis, or maybe a weekly basis. But have something in front of you. Don't just like live life like a mundane, because we weren't put on this earth to be like that. It's better things out there for everybody. You have to strive towards something, all right? And making sure you got a community around you that can help support you do those things. And it's good and bad people everywhere, but you got to search it out there, find them. Don't just let everybody just roll into your posse and think that we're good. No, be goal-oriented. Be be intentional with your actions and your words. And something my dad would always tell me, and a great man himself, is that you get to run this rat race called life one time. So you better make some decisions on how you want to run it. Don't just let somebody tell you what to do or where to go. And, at some point you got to stand up and say, no, I think I'm going to go this way. You control your own life, and you have a lot to say about your own destiny. So make sure you understand that, and make sure you put your best foot forward. And lastly, this is an honor to me. I don't take this lightly. I don't take these hugs, these thank yous. Even my man Sharif in the back, our time we got together, I love you, know that. Friends from Charlotte coming down, JD, Gina, you guys, Tess, thank you. Even more people coming down. All walks of life, I do not take this lightly. This means the absolute world to me. Not only that, but getting to go on with one of my best friends, my frat brother, and one of my just all-time greats, Jari Evans. His family is like my family. That's how much our teams and our families traveled together through all these years, through the thick and thin of it. And I just really want to say thank you, all my ladies from Lafayette, everywhere else in Louisiana. It means the world to me. I've got to say this, who dat? And for all my LSU fans in here, roll tide.